Vice President Osinbajo picks holes in Buhari central bank's Naira redesign policy, says scarcity of notes is disturbing. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. Osinbajo on Friday urged the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to engage financial technology companies, fintechs, as well as mobile money agents to address the issue of getting new Naira notes across the country. Vice President Osinbajo, the second man in the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, has described as disturbing the inability of Nigerians to have access to the new Naira note and the ongoing Naira scarcity, which has caused protests nationwide. Osinbajo on Friday urged the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to engage financial technology companies, fintechs, as well as mobile money agents to address the issue of getting new Naira notes across the country. Osinbajo, in a meeting with some fintech stakeholders, expressed worries over the difficulty in getting new Naira notes and advised the Central Bank of Nigeria and commercial banks to address the situation immediately. You need cash to pay for your transport. For instance, in Abuja, how do you take drop or along, or use a keke napep without cash, or buy foodstuff on the road or in canteens, or even buy recharge cards? Osinbajo said, according to a release by Laolu Akande, his spokesperson. Parents with kids in public schools give money daily to the children for lunch. Most commerce is informal, so you need cash for most things. It seems to me that banks must engage their mobile money operators, fintech with mobile money licenses, and many of them have microfinance bank licenses now and already have a network of mobile money agents or human banks or human ATM, as they are sometimes called, who are responsible for them, and they can supervise themselves. They can do currency swaps and open bank accounts. Speaking further on the redesign of a Naira note, Osinbajo lamented the scarcity of a new note. More disturbing is the fact that after depositing your old notes, there are no new notes. So people everywhere in the urban areas and rural areas simply have no money, he said. There are logistical challenges that have been addressed by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the banks, especially from the point of view of the average Nigerian and those in the hinterland who hardly use any electronic platforms. Osinbajo also said that there has always been a certain failure rate in online banking and money transactions. They have become even more difficult now with the increase in number of transactions congesting the system. So where in the past you use POS or any of the electronic platform, you may have maybe 20% to 30% rate. Now, because everyone is trying to get on these platforms, obviously the failure rate is much more and the problems are much more pronounced, the Vice President noted. We really need to make progress even as we make efforts to deal with some of the issues confronting us today, he said. The thing be say, Osinbajo now, they will come for you now. They will tell you, say, you did here. They will tell you that you are there and all these ones there is happening. Okay. So you talk against your principal now. By their fruit you shall know them. See, make I tell you. On a normal note, if your principal no do well, now you supposed call them. Even before that, maybe, let me say, if you're a principal, they in good terms. If you know they okay. Now then suppose no. As in, now then suppose no. First people. This man is serious. A government in which you are a number 2 man, if you are faulting the policy, what do you want us to do? Well, he's not the one calling the shots, whether I like it or not. Osinbajo does not call the shots. Being the VP of to somebody who does not value, permits me to use the word teamwork. It's stressful. I did tell you, it's stressful. ACM faction go here and for APC. What do you mean by ACM faction? So we still have a vice president. Yes, now he has been relegated. After he came outside and lost the presidential election of the presidential primary election of the All Progressive Congress. He has been working. Then Baba they give him work, making the busy so that he will get there and come outside. Okay. His own na small. Okay. I feel he needed to say something because all fingers are pointing to him as part of the person and the villain frustrating Tinubu's presidential campaign. First, he's not even in the campaign council, so Oga they use wisdom. My people say who no talk when person mess. Now when everybody they shout to mess, that person then go suspect. Nah. People till today, people are still calling him betrayer for coming out to contest against Tinubu. And till date, he's still, he's still being dragged. So the man gas come as I can't talk. And I'm not in any way, supporting him, but like, whether you like it or not, this man here, he does not have the power. I think that particular vice presidential candidate is being blessed and overhyped him. He wasn't even aware of the whole Naira Redesign games. Posterity will judge all of you accordingly. I tell you, like I said, they are aware. If it's a possibility. I'm not saying this with conviction. There's a possibility he's not aware, whether you like it or not. See, if you have someone, if your principal is someone who carries you along, if your principal is someone who is knowledgeable, there are some things you don't even do without consulting your vice. I tell you. You're not supposed to work hand in hand because, anything like you, that advice, not even go, even if they're available. But alas, that one, no, for this particular administration agenda. Why the long silence before? Everybody is showing no concern about our suffering. Posterity will not forgive you all. Okay. All what I know is that Tinubu is winning with height votes. Victory is coming. That is your only problem. Okay, the VC is a member of the Executive Council. He should have argued these points in the meeting. Will he be? You cannot foresee, whether I like it or not. If you're the president, except you're the president, you cannot force some things to happen. Okay, okay. This is the right statement. When effectively operated, a cashless policy in Nigeria can help stem the surge of illicit election financing by making it possible to track funds. Oh, they're saying this statement of his is actually wrong. That it was actually, say them put sugar and salt. But let's see, Sha. Imagine picking holes in the actions of a government you are part of. If Emefiele was incompetent for 7 years and you didn't notice, like I said, this VP position is being hyped. Because you lose primary election, you change totally. Normal candidate visits you stop. Everything about you just changed. Look at this prof. He just waking up from his slumber. Yeah, people. Okay. Well, like I said before, there is absolutely very little that Osinbajo could do or can do. Very little now he can do. The thing is, he's not the sitting president, and it is only issues delegated to him that he is going to be able to attend to. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest